In 1947, the British Empire left India. They divided the land into two new countries. One was India, with a Hindu majority. The other was Pakistan, for Muslims. This event was called the Partition. It was supposed to be a solution, but it created one of the biggest human tragedies in history. Communities that had lived together for centuries suddenly became enemies. The memories of this violence have been passed down through generations. The biggest problem was the princely states. Most of them made their choice easily, but the state of Jammu and Kashmir was different. It had a Hindu ruler, Maharaja Hari Singh, but a majority Muslim population. The Maharaja wanted to stay independent. He could not decide which country to join. Pashtun tribesmen from Pakistan, supported by the Pakistani army, invaded Kashmir in October 1947. Their goal was to capture the capital, Srinagar. The Maharaja's forces were unable to stop the invasion. The invaders moved quickly, leaving a trail of destruction. Faced with the collapse of his kingdom, Maharaja Hari Singh signed the Instrument of Accession on October 26, 1947. The very next day, Indian soldiers were airlifted into Srinagar. They arrived just in time to stop the invaders from capturing the city's crucial airport. The war was fought fiercely in the mountains and valleys of Kashmir. It was a chaotic and brutal fight, with both sides trying to gain control before winter set in. The ceasefire came into effect on January 1, 1949. The ceasefire line became the de facto border, known today as the Line of Control. In 1965, Pakistan launched a secret mission called Operation Gibraltar. The plan was to send thousands of Pakistani soldiers disguised as local Kashmiris across the Line of Control. However, the plan failed. The local Kashmiri population did not support the infiltrators as expected. Instead, they reported their presence to the Indian authorities. In a major escalation, Indian forces crossed the international border and launched a full-scale military assault towards the Pakistani city of Lahore. Major tank battles were fought in the plains of Punjab, some of the largest since World War II. The war was fought with great intensity on multiple fronts. The international community became worried. They feared the war could escalate further and draw in other global powers. The Tashkent Declaration, signed in January 1966, formally ended the war. Both sides agreed to withdraw to pre-war positions. In essence, nothing changed on the ground. The 1971 war started because of a crisis within Pakistan itself. The people of East Pakistan felt they were being treated unfairly by the government in West Pakistan. The Pakistani army responded with a brutal crackdown called Operation Searchlight. This led to a horrific genocide. Millions of people were killed. About 10 million refugees fled from East Pakistan and poured into India to escape the violence. This placed a huge burden on India. India tried to get the international community to intervene, but honestly, little was done. As the crisis grew, India decided it had to act. The Indian military launched a coordinated attack on two fronts. The war was swift and decisive. The Indian army moved with incredible speed in the east. On December 16, 1971, the Pakistani forces officially surrendered. Over 93,000 Pakistani soldiers were taken as prisoners of war. The surrender led to the creation of a new independent country, Bangladesh. The map of South Asia was changed forever. In 1972, India and Pakistan signed the similar agreement. They agreed to resolve their differences peacefully and respect the line of control in Kashmir. In 1998, both India and Pakistan conducted nuclear tests, raising the stakes dramatically. A war between them now carried the risk of a nuclear exchange. Despite this, Pakistani soldiers, disguised as militants, secretly crossed the line of control and occupied strategic peaks that overlooked a key Indian highway. When Indian patrols discovered the intruders in May 1999, it came as a complete shock. India launched Operation Vijay to push the intruders back. The fighting took place at altitudes above 15,000 feet, where the air is thin and the weather is brutal. Indian soldiers had to climb steep, treacherous mountains under direct enemy fire. The Kargil conflict was the first televised war for many Indians. News channels brought images of the fighting directly into people's homes, creating a strong wave of patriotism. By the end of July 1999, the Indian Army had successfully recaptured all the occupied peaks, For Pakistan, it was a huge embarrassment that led to a military coup. The history of India and Pakistan is filled with conflict and mistrust. Thousands of soldiers have lost their lives. Billions of dollars have been spent on weapons instead of development. For people in border areas, especially Kashmir, life has been a constant struggle. Families have been divided, unable to meet loved ones for decades. Yet the people of India and Pakistan share more than just a border. They share similar languages, food, music, and cultural traditions that go back thousands of years. When people from both countries meet abroad, they often connect instantly, finding more in common than what divides them. Both India and Pakistan have young populations with aspirations for a better life. They need opportunities, not conflict. The choice is clear: to remain trapped in hostility or work towards a future where the next generation can live without the shadow of war. For India and Pakistan, that first step must be a genuine commitment to peace.